Hey everyone, it is Monday, the 12th, and the winds have started again in Los Angeles, certain parts. So we are expecting yet again another starting of wildfires that are allegedly made by nature. So anyway, I was watching Florburn's video yesterday. If you don't know Flor, she's actually a very strong empath, amongst other things, and she had brought up something that I was like, oh yeah. So she had mentioned that, these wildfires and things that had occurred here in Los Angeles County, right on the outskirts of Los Angeles. By the way, if you're not in the know, I am about 45 minutes south. If you were to take the road away from the fires, I'm 45 minutes away. So it's fairly close, fairly not close. So I'm unaffected because there's no wilderness that attaches where I live to that area. But there are people such as Jane, if you guys know Jane. She is the anti-chemtrail lady. And I love and appreciate her because she's been spreading awareness for years. And she's devoted her countless time and energy towards making more people aware of these geo-engineered events. And it causes nothing but destruction to the innocent lives that are caught in between. But long story short, Florburn brought up something that I didn't think about. And it's that in the areas that were hit most, these people are Hollywood elites. They are the screenwriters, they are the screen directors, they're music writers, producers, actors, actresses, models. I won't say any big names of people because I just don't like to name drop too much on my channel. But you guys can Google schmoogle who was affected, and it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense what these fires were all about and what was the target and intention. And it's fascinating because people get mad at Mr. Trump, but he called it as he saw it. I think it's just funny. It's sad, but it's funny because it's true. It was just funny how he said he's not going to give federal fund to the areas that were affected. Now, if you are a practicing person of the dark and the things that you've been doing, I won't even go into the whole subject, but Flora brought it up perfectly with children and things you do in the witchcraft department to sway and you know what I mean? Even there are certain musicians whose drummers said, hey, this person did witchcraft on me and I don't sleep too well. There's so much out there that just clearly tells us the world we really live in, that the world we actually really do live in. And it's no longer time to keep ignoring and just go back to what your comfort zone is, because all the chute is being blown out of the water. And it's time to get used to it. It's time to get used to it. Just get used to it. It's just a shame. But I was thinking, oh, these poor people, oh, poor them. But those are the innocent, the ones who didn't ask for this, the ones who really worked hard on their own to be in those homes and live in that area. And then, but you think of all the monsters who live in that area too, and all the havoc they've been causing our society and our country. So it makes no sense to federal fund these people who've been causing all this damage intentionally. Because it's really the homes of the people that are doing these horrible things that were the target. So it makes you wonder who in the what did this, and who's on our side that knew how to use a form of technology, or if someone is a fire-breathing dragon, let me know how you did that. Anyways, I just wanted to share with you guys that we always think we live in a universe, but I always say we live in an inverse. Everything is backwards. Everything's upside down. We live in a so below environment. So how we receive information is backwards. And I think that's how I'm understanding Mr. Trump, because if he is, a Mason, I think he's made it no secret with his hand gestures, and so the way he speaks is reverse of like it's intended to make sense to people who get it, and to those who choose to feed the lower frequencies, they're the ones who are not taking it the right way. But the ones who are on a higher frequency are the ones who understand what he means. I'm not validating what he says is appropriate. It's just how I understand things. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. There is a very strange, weird car that just parked in front of me. And so with that said, I gotta go into Home Depot. Yeah, I have to get some stuff. I'm like a normal person who has to get his things. It seems to happen to me where I'll be somewhere and maybe it's just in my head. I'll just start noticing a car or two. Yeah, but that's funny. I try not to feed that. Try not to feed the, that frequency of, oh, who's watching me? It is what it is. Alright, everybody. Have a nice day. There goes the weird car. It's in all black, or all tinted windows.